Hello, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to talk about Rachel and Doug in this video. I had a few people point out in the comments that Rachel actually looks like Rachel from Saturday Night Live, and I think that's pretty spot on. I swear, she makes the same faces as her and everything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So Rachel, she's into bad boys, but I mean, woman, you're 35. I feel like she should be over the whole bad boy phase. I feel like she's a little too old to be into that, and it seems like she's like totally okay with him talking to her crazy on the phone, and she says she gets 25 phone calls from him a day and he be talking to her crazy like that. I'm like, man, if I was you, Rachel, I would be hanging up on Doug. But it's like Rachel thinks it's cute when he talks crazy to her. So Doug's been getting really cranky and bossy with Courtney on the phone prior to his release, and Rachel says the longest time that Doug has been out of jail since he's been an adult is only 40 days. So Rachel went out to eat with her mom and sat down with her mom, saying she's just ready for Doug to get out in a few days, and she asked her mom if she's ready to meet her son-in-law since Rachel and Doug are already married. She told her mom she knows her mom is going to think she's crazy, but she admitted to her mom that she did the date a prisoner guy again, and that's how she met Doug. Her mom just seems super disappointed, and prior to Doug, Rachel spilled the tea that she was married to another convict. She said the dude that she was married to before Doug, he was on heroin. And she said since he was on age, their relationship ended up not going that far. But it's like, girl, why would you marry someone that's on age? That should have been the #1 red flag there. It's like nothing against people on age, because I was on age for 10 years before I got sober, but she should have made him get sober first before marrying him, because that's a huge commitment. And as long as you're with someone who's on age or on drugs, that's going to be their #1 priority, and you'll always just come second. That's just facts. So no matter how much you try to tell yourself, it won't be like that, and that seems to be like what Rachel's doing. So she said she wasn't looking for a relationship when she went back on Right a Prisoner. She said she was just looking for a friend, but it turned into something much more than she expected. So this is Doug's Right a Prisoner profile, so let's check it out. It says, "Hi, my name is Douglas. I started this profile hoping I would meet new people and make new friends. I've heard really good things about this pen pal service from another gentleman what have used it, so here I am. Easygoing and laid back, focused on getting out and starting life over. Around here, I enjoy lounging around, reading and listening to music. I really enjoy laughing. I think of it like my daily medication. Physically, I'm 6'5" tall and about 210 pounds. I enjoy getting tattoos, so I'm covered in ink. If you find me interesting, please write if you'd like to know more. Just ask. I'm looking forward to it." So that's the Right a Prisoner profile that caught Rachel's eye. So this is a picture of Rachel and her ex-husband. Rachel said her ex-husband got incarcerated after a parole violation, so she has no idea why she went that route again and didn't learn after the first 2 inmates she dated. So she really hasn't gone into much detail yet about the first inmate she dated before her previous husband. And Rachel's mom, she's concerned that Doug is gonna be like Rachel's ex-husband and get out and do drugs and cause trouble. So Rachel claims Doug doesn't have a drug problem, and Rachel's mom thinks that Rachel just wants to be the fixer-upper, and her mom really doesn't understand why Rachel wants to be like that, because Rachel has brought good, stable men home before, but I guess she didn't connect well with them, so she prefers to go after bad boys, and her mom just doesn't get it, and I don't get it either. Rachel's 35, she's a pretty woman, she can go out there and get a nice guy. So, her mom is concerned that Doug is just gonna use Rachel and mess up everything that Rachel's worked so hard on. So Rachel's mom asked Rachel how much money she has spent on Doug, and Rachel spilled the tea and said she has spent over $30,000 on Doug. And I swear that's another question they force like moms and friends to ask cast members, because we have seen everyone ask the cast members dating the inmates that. Like, if WeTV wants to hire me to be that friend to ask how much money have you spent on him and how did you guys meet, and seem like that concerned friend, just hit me up, Wetv, I got you. So her mom is concerned because that $30,000 is a huge chunk of Rachel's savings, and Rachel didn't have no other better excuse but to hit her mom with the, you can't take the money to the grave, can you? But ma'am, you're like 30. You're hopefully not going to be going to your grave anytime soon. You still have the second half of your life ahead of you. And I saw a hilarious meme on Instagram and said that's like the perfect sugar daddy about me on his sugar baby profile, saying you can't take money to the grave, can you? So Rachel said Doug was talking to other women before Rachel came along, but she claims he stopped talking to all the other women and just talked solely to Rachel. And Rachel said she knows Doug is serious because he's put in so much time and effort and pretty much worships her, but it sure doesn't sound like it when he calls her. So it sounds like he's the one that wants to be bowed down to, and I just can't stand his little bossy attitude. And of course he has time and effort because the man doesn't have anything but time because the man is in freaking prison. But Doug even told Rachel he would get his genitalia tattooed with Rachel's name to prove his commitment to her, but Rachel said absolutely not. So Rachel is hoping that Doug gets out and wants to build a relationship with his son and make the right decisions. But I mean, the man has only spent 40 days in the free world as an adult. It's kind of hard to have much confidence in him. And it's just like, Rachel is raising his son for him. This man's never even raised his son by himself because he can't stay out of prison. Rachel stepped up as the role as a mother and took in custody of his son, and he talks to Rachel out of the side of his neck like that. Oh heck no, I would not allow a man to talk to me. I'd be like, you better bow down and respect me after taking your kid in. And especially like Rachel thinks it's cute, but she's not gonna think it's cute when it starts getting worse, and it goes from him talking crazy to her to him putting his hands on her a week later. I'm sorry, I just don't have a feeling about this relationship. It's just red flags in the way he's talking to her on the phone. But let me know your guys' thoughts on this couple in the comments below. I just think Rachel deserves a lot better. I think she seems like a nice, pretty girl. She was in the Navy before, or was it the Marines? So it seems like she has a good head on her shoulders. I just don't know why she's choosing to go after a bad boy, but we'll see how it plays out. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching.